Hi, it's Sophia again, and I'm going to show you a core routine, but it's an intermediate to advanced level, so it's not for everybody, but do join along as much as you can. So, coming into cat to start with, Claude can just move away. So coming into cat to start with, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and starting from the pelvis, tucking it under, drawing the belly button upwards and inwards, and then coming back to neutral. Tucking the tailbone under, rippling forward into C curve, and then back to neutral. Exhaling as you move, inhale at the top, exhale as you come back. 2 more times, exhaling, drawing up, and back. 1 more time, drawing the belly button really up into the spine, and then coming back for tabletop. So making sure that you've got a little bit of a micro bend in the elbows, and then taking one hand up to shoulder height, and then back underneath you. The other hand goes up to shoulder height, and then back underneath you. 1 more time each with the hands, and back underneath, and then lengthening. Right, adding in opposite arm and leg. So opposite arm reaches away, leg reaches away, and then back underneath you. Left arm, right leg, and then back underneath you. Lengthening as if someone's pulling you either end underneath you, and your belly button's up towards your spine, so it's keeping your spine still and stable. No wobbles, no movement. Don't let your hips drop. Final time. And then coming to sit on your back. So, sitting nice and tall, the palms face down, and we're going to roll back just a little bit, and roll up to sitting. And rolling back just a little bit further, rolling up to sitting. Rolling back even further, 3rd time, rolling up. And for this 4th time, I'm going to roll back as low as you can, but you're going to hold it here. So holding, breathing in, and breathing out. Breathing in, and out, and rolling back up to sitting. Okay, this time I'm going to turn the palms facing each other. I'm going to roll down backwards. I'm going to take the right arm up towards the ceiling, and then the left arm, the right arm, and then the left arm, and rolling up. And we're going to go back again, exhaling. Left arm up this time, right arm, and then left arm, right arm. This time I'm going to roll all the way down to the floor. And coming to the front of the mat for leg circles. So this time I'm going to take the left leg along the floor, and the right leg up towards the ceiling, and place your hands on your hips. You're going to rotate out your leg, your right leg, point it up towards the ceiling, and then draw it inwards towards the center line of the body, downwards, away, up and around. In, down, up and around. So you're breathing in as you start the movement, you breathe out to continue it. In and out. In towards you, and this time reversing it. So coming upwards and inwards, and then out. And how far you go with the circle is determined by how much your hips move. Claudie, go away. Get away from there. So, we finished with that right leg. Now for the left leg. Lifting up towards the ceiling, rotating out from the hips, hands on the hips, bringing the leg inwards, and down, up, and around. In, down, up, and around. Claudie, get away. So carrying on. And then the other way. Breathing. And then, when you think you've done enough, on both legs, bring that leg back down. Place the feet on the floor, hands behind the head for curl-ups. So coming into your neutral spine, if you can, hips and pelvis are level, and pubic bone, sorry, level. And hands behind the head, make sure you can see the elbows. You're going to exhale to curl up, inhale to curl down. Exhaling as you come up, don't tilt the pelvis in, keep it nice and neutral. and then back down. So think about lengthening the back of the neck and not crushing the chin towards the chest on the way up. So I'm going to do 5 more of these. Inhaling, exhaling, 3 more. Keeping that neutral pelvis. And on this last one, I'm going to hold it here. I'm going to pulse a little bit higher. So pulsing higher and higher and higher and higher. Keep going, keep the shape. Just shortening the front of the abdominals to come up a little bit higher. 2 more. And then roll back down. Have a quick rest. Bring the knees back in towards you. Connect the knees, connect the ankles. And then curling up. And this time, you're going to keep your pelvis in imprint. So you're going to draw the pelvis in towards you. And we're going to take the knees over to the right side. And back to the center. And then the knees to the left side, keeping the top part of your body still and stable, no movements. So the bottom part of your body moves, your pelvis rocks from side to side, the top half of your body stays nice and curled up. 1 more each side. And this time I'm going to go back into neutral. So you're going to take the knees away, you're going to take the pelvis away back to neutral, legs parallel with the floor. And do the same thing, so going to take the legs to the right, and then legs to the left, and the same thing, keeping the curl up if you can. Just twisting, so we're working our obliques here, but working them from the bottom half of our body as opposed to twisting our bodies at the top. Coming back to center. If you can, carry on. Bring one knee in towards your chest, the other one goes away for single leg stretch, and swap and change. Exhaling, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. The arms are just guides, they're not dragging the knee in. And then bring the legs up towards the ceiling, hands behind the head. If you can, continue on. Otherwise, take a break. We're going to take the legs down and then draw them up. Lengthening them away, drawing them back up. So this is using the lower abdominals and the rectus abdominis, which goes all the way down the front side of your body, of your abdominals. Okay, 2 more. Final one. And a break from all these abdominal exercises. Bring the knees in towards the chest and flip over onto the other side. So, onto our fronts. Hands underneath the forehead. Legs are lengthening away from you. And you're going to keep your hands glued to your forehead as you lift your upper body. So, exhale, lifting up. Inhale, lowering down. Keeping the back of the neck nice and long. And the legs lengthening away, so there's lots of opposition. Your head is moving in that direction, your legs are moving away. This time, we're going to have opposite arm and leg moving. So keeping the left arm down, keep the right hand connecting to your forehead, left leg lifts up and lowers. The other way, left arm, right leg, and lowers. So we're working the back side of our body, but this is equally important for a strong core. And 1 more time each side. And then coming up, sitting back, have a quick stretch. We're going to get ready for plank. So we're going to do 3 types of plank. We're going to do baby plank first. So coming onto hands and knees once again. Tucking the toes under. Drawing in the abdominals and lift the knees just a couple of inches away from the floor. Trying to keep the same curves in your back as if the knees on the floor. Lowering the knees, breathing in, breathing out, lift them up again. So drawing away from the mat. Soft elbows as much as you can. Shoulder blades are connecting in towards the back. And then lowering. Okay. If you're not already, come to the front of the mat. So you have enough space to take your legs out behind you. And this time, we're going to come into baby plank, and then take the right leg out behind you, take the left leg out behind you, and this we're going to hold. So we're in full plank. The hips are going up, they're not sinking down, they're in a nice long line, and you're sending your heels away from you, and you're sending energy out through the top of your head. Bring the left knee in, bring the right knee in, sit back, have a quick rest into child's pose, and don't forget to breathe. Okay, now we're going to do forearm plank. So you're going to place your hands onto the floor, and then you're going to bring the shoulders over the elbows. And then you're going to take your right foot away, you're going to take your left foot away, and then you're going to lower the hips so that you're in a nice long line. So this is hard on the lower abdominals. Again, you want to keep the shoulder blades connecting in towards the back, energy out through the heels and away through the crown of the head. You're going to hold it here as long as we can. So breathing in and breathing out. This is really good. It's using the whole part of the front of the body, the back of the body, the legs, and your psychological willpower. And then we're going to bring the right knee down, and the left knee down to come back into child's pose. Okay, so now we're going to do side plank. So you're going to take your knee, one facing up, one on the ground, and you're going to have your hand pushing your knee away, and the other hand on the floor just a little bit in front of your pelvis and a little bit further away from you. You can always change the length of how far this is. You're going to breathe out everything you've got, and as you breathe in, we're going to lift up. So this is an intermediate advanced one. If you need to, place one foot in front of you or a knee down, whatever you can, but this is the intermediate advanced version, so we're going to also add in a threading the needle. So you take the arm up towards the ceiling, you curve through, lifting the hips, twisting through, and then back to center, and again twisting through, threading that needle through, and back to center. One more time, twisting through, really rotating through that spine, up, and then coming back down without creasing your mat. Lovely. Okay, take a quick stretch before we go on to the other side, and then flip around. So you take your legs, one knee faces up, the feet are crossed, the hand is underneath, roughly your shoulder or a little bit further away, and in front of your hip. Top arm pushes that knee away, but your pelvis is drawing forwards. You breathe out, and as you breathe in, you come up, bringing the arm over, and you can always adjust the feet with the arms for your length. Drawing the arm up towards the ceiling, and then threading the needle through. 3 times. So as you come up, you lift the hips high, and then as you draw the arm through, you lift the hips high, breathing in and breathing out. And this 3rd time, you just come down, tuck the legs under, and just stretch out. Okay, and we can come just to rest now into a child's pose. Take the arms behind you, forehead on the floor. If you want to have your one side of your face to the floor, and just breathe. And that's a really quick routine. You can fit in really easily around busy schedules. And hope you join me next time. Please subscribe. Thanks for watching.